guys, welcome back to Quarantine Marketing, and today I'm going to be talking about this book, specifically the first chapter in Ultimate Power by Tony Robbins. I've been looking forward to be reading this since I bought the book. I actually bought this book a year ago, and I haven't got to it until now. So I'm excited to share this with you, and I'll see you after the intro. So let's talk about Tony Robbins. He is a person that pops up time to time when basically when you're looking for motivation. And a lot of entrepreneurs like using him because he has sparked so much interest into getting yourself out of the dirt, making sure that you hustle and you believing in yourself. So when I was buying the book, that's all I could think about was how can Tony Robbins help transform me, because I wanted to be my best self, and like you and most other people, they're always wanting to have that strive for their better self. And with Tony Robbins' Ultimate Power, I've heard that this is mainly the starter book for many entrepreneurs, and I just want to check it out. In the first chapter, it talks about power and the definition of it, and not really the definition that you think of power, but redefining what you think power is. And what I basically got out of that was that power is control, and it's control over what you are controlling. I acknowledge that I don't have a lot of control over a lot of things, and I only have control over myself. Anything external is something I don't have control over. I like the part where it talks about knowledge is just only knowledge. Knowledge is not really power, but it's what you do with it. It's the action that you put to the knowledge. That's where power comes from. And this power of knowledge into action will produce results. And they talk about how results isn't always your desired results. Whatever you're doing, it's still a type of result. The action that you do is a result. I learned that the quality of life is based off of communication, and I was a firm believer of this. And I always thought, oh, my communication is bad. No one can understand me. It's because I had to communicate to them better. But what I realized that this book shifted it around, and it wasn't saying that my communication to them was not clear. It was my communication to myself was unclear. And that kind of woke me up because it told me that I was not being clear to myself. I always wondered why every time when I spoke to someone that the results I got back or the communication I got back felt to me as uncertain and unclear. It was undefined, and based off just that one line of the communication of myself has to be clear has just basically woke me up. And it made me think, okay, what am I not being clear to myself on? Did I give myself a clear goal, or am I leaving it up to chance to see what happens? And if I don't take that drive, and if I don't grasp that, then that means that everything else around me will be not clear and indecisive. And I was always wondering why I felt anxious about just anything I did. I was wondering if there's good news, if there's bad news. I just did not know what the news was, and that was because the communication I gave to myself was not clear. I left up too many loopholes. I was a flower in the wind, basically. I didn't have that control. I decided to lose that control on myself because I wanted to see what the outside world did. Because me as myself, I know I am an observer. I like to stay quiet. I'm in the background, and I like to see what happens around me, but at some point you have to take charge. And that's what I was failing to do. I was taking too much time observing instead of taking that initiative for myself to control myself. They also listed something interesting, which is the ultimate success formula, and they had it in 4 steps. And the thing that I liked specifically in there was that 3rd step. And that 3rd step is about taking notes, notating down what you're doing. And basically when you do something, you have a mental thought about it, and you say, okay, I'll mark that down for next time so I can improve. But if like you're like me, you need to write things down so you can actually solidify it. And I like that part because if you write it, then you gave yourself a tactile feel, a physical feeling to what you need to be doing. And from this, you can just look back onto it and say, okay, I need to improve on this. And this type of practice would solidify and basically get my comprehension up to another level. I noticed that when I stopped taking notes, everything felt messy. I didn't know what I was doing. I told myself that my day is gonna be working itself out. I don't need to take notes on this. And I found myself just like bombarded with everything from life. And that was my fault for not taking that type of control onto me. That power was lost. I gave that power to somebody else. That's something I should not do. And they talk about the 7 key traits for successful people, the 7 fundamental traits. And at first it seemed really overwhelming, I would say, because they're saying in order to be a successful person, you need to have all these 7 traits is what I took out of it. And I have a few of those in there, but not all of them. So does that mean I'm not successful? Probably not, but I know to me it seemed like a big journey ahead of me, and from this book, just reading about it just got me super excited about what to do. Just to cover over the 7 traits was passion, belief, strategy, clarity of views, energy, bonding power, and mastery of communication. I know I do not have mastery of communication, because if I don't know what I'm saying to myself, then how will somebody know what I'm saying to them? I know that that's a struggle for me. But where I do find that I have a big success trait is the clarity of values. I know where my values are, and I do find that because of my values, it's helped me to make a compass. It drives me to where my vision goes, and that those values help me a lot of where I'm going. And so I'm excited about what I'm going to be learning in this book, and I think that everyone, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you need to keep learning, because you don't really have anybody else helping you. It's all yourself. You are the grind. You are yourself. So pick up a book. If you want to follow me on my journey, I read chapter 1 of Tony Robbins' Ultimate Power. Join me in this read, and I will see you on the next chapter of this book. All right. I'll see you. Have a good day.